Human rights groups are urging Taiwan's government not to repatriate Burmese people to Myanmar, which is run by a military junta. The Taiwan Association for Human Rights, local organizations and Burmese groups endorsed a letter to the National Immigration Agency. They warned that since the junta ended the state of emergency in July, the Immigration Agency and the Foreign Ministry are now assessing whether the country is safe for overseas Burmese to return. This review could affect the status of Burmese nationals in Taiwan, especially those who've been granted extensions. Taiwan does not have asylum laws, but does provide avenues for refugees on a case-by-case basis. The Immigration Agency says it offers assistance for Burmese to extend their stays in Taiwan and does not forcibly deport people thought to be at risk. To learn more about Burmese nationals' status in Taiwan, our reporter Tiffany Wong spoke with Liao Xinyi, migration and asylum policy researcher at Taiwan Association for Human Rights.
How have the risks increased for Burmese nationals living in Taiwan to be deported back to Myanmar right now?
Because of the junta's announcement of ending the emergency status in, I think, the 31st of July. The Immigration Agency and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is conducting an investigation collectively to reassess the situation in Myanmar. If they came to the conclusion that the situation has been improved, they will give out more general orders from the officers saying that the practice of extending on humanitarian concerns should not be a general rule, and they should proceed with the repatriation of those who has been staying in Taiwan because of those previous extensions.
So right now there are about 4,000 Burmese nationals living in Taiwan, and most of them are students. What risks do students face when they go back to Myanmar?
The three main dangers that faces that some came from regions that armed conflicts that has been particularly high, even compared to other regions. So that we have a lot of asylum seekers from Saigon, from Rakhine State, or Shan State, Chen State, which is the focus of the junta's airstrikes. And so this is part of this is one of the main dangers. Another is that there are also people who have engaged in political activities very actively, and then because of their activities, some of them have already been issued a court order, and there are also who has been staying under the student visa in Taiwan when the coup happened, but they have been participating in solidarity events in Taiwan, the assemblies and also posting those informations online.
So the Immigration Agency handles these asylum cases and visa extensions on a case-by-case basis. How exactly do they assess the risk that somebody might face back in Myanmar?
If they submit some sort of evidence or just a news report of what their hometown has been put under, the immigration will accept for consideration their pleas, and they'll extend their visas or postpone their deportation. But now they are reassessing both the ones that have been clean for humanitarian consideration, and also for ongoing for future cases the Immigration Agency will probably will be adopting a stricter review of those. And I just want to add to that, the Immigration Agency will usually give out statements saying that for those that they have determined that will be at risk of arbitrary deprivation of life, subject to torture if returned. When they say that they have never been deported anyone who has been identified as such, that should be taken in consideration that they have never explicitly acknowledge anyone or explicitly identify anyone as such.
That was Liao Xinyi from the Taiwan Association for Human Rights.